got here is the demolition materials from the bathroom. I took a bunch of tiles out and sheetrock and wood and piping, but I have to retain the tiles because I'm going to clean them up and reuse them, because at this point it's going to be very difficult to match up brand new tiles. These tiles were put in the house like in the 60s, so there's no way we're going to find an exact match with new tiles. So I'll sort out the old ones and I'll clean them up and I'll be able to put them back in. So like here's some of the sheetrock I had to cut out for the wall. These are the drop cloths that caught all the debris. These are just canvas drop cloths. These come in real handy. I cut them into smaller pieces so they're good for spreading out around obstacles like a bathroom, toilet, in the small spaces. So I have small drop cloths that I'm able to use for stuff like that. So these catch all the dust and debris, and it just makes the cleanup a little easier because you can just bundle these up and carry everything out of the house and play with it outdoors where the dust and the dirt just fall on the yard and it won't really bother anything. So here's one that's got a lot of dust in it. So when I had to cut the sheetrock out, the saw blade left a lot of sheetrock dust everywhere, and I'm glad I was able to just dump it in here like that rather than have to play with it on the floor. So these tiles are fine. I just got to get all the grout and stuff off the back of them. So that'll be a task to do down in the cellar where I can just take my time. I'm going to be short a few tiles because some of them broke, but I can find something close and put it at the bottom of the wall. That way when we put the garbage can there, it'll kind of hide any mismatch, and it'll be in an area that's hard to notice that they don't match. These are kind of white with like gold speckles in them. So they're in good shape. I just got to clean the grout off the edges and the thin set off the back. I can do that with a little scraper and a wire brush, and these will be fine to reuse. They're in real good shape. I think I only broke half a dozen. So these will get me most of the way there. I'm finishing up the project. So here's one I broke, but I may be able to just cut it in half and use it as a half tile for something. So these are all the tiles in here. So I think what I'll do is I'll just leave them all in there now that I got those drop cloths out of the way, and I'll sort through them in the cellar rather than do it out here. We're coming up toward the end of the day, and when the sun goes down, the mosquitoes start coming out. So this is just some duct tape. Here's some of the wood I had to chop out. So we'll just get rid of that. So what's left is a bucket. That's what's left. We got a bucket full of tiles. So I'll clean those up so I can reuse the ones I can salvage, and then that'll make the matching up, at least inside of the shower, will look perfect, because there's enough tiles to do that in there. I think I need a total of about 8 tiles to redo the inside of the shower. So as long as I can find some that are in the best condition, those are going to match up really nice, and it'll look like there was nothing else ever in there. It'll look very well done. If I pick the best of all the tiles to do the inside, whatever's left over I can do the outside that's between the wall and the toilet. So some of the prep work I need to do before I retile the bathroom upstairs is to take these tiles out of the bucket and find the ones that are in the best shape. And then what I'm going to need to do is, where this grout is between the tiles, I'm just going to kind of push it off. I have a tool there that can knock the grout off, so I'll get the grout off on all the corners, make sure they're clean, and I'll flip them over and I'll scrape the thin set off the back of them. This is the material that glues it to the backing, or the sheetrock in this case. So I'm going to go through all these tiles. I'm going to knock the edges off This here is the ceramic file, so I can knock off the stuff that's hard to get at. Other stuff I can just roll off with my fingers. So I'm going to probably do the roll off with the fingers first, just to get the easy stuff off. Then I'll switch over to this, get the hard stuff. Then I'll flip over and get that last. So I need about 8 of these good ones to resurface the inside of the shower, where the old shower handle used to be, which is this right here. So there were holes in the tiles to let this valve go through the wall penetration. So I'm going to pull the surrounding tile off that was in this area and retile it with these old tiles, which are pretty much brand new once they're cleaned up. So I'm going to get busy on that, and then I'll be able to close out that shower upstairs and make that project a done deal. So what I did here is I got one done all the way around, and I don't have to get it completely clean as long as these high spots are all level and the tile will sit flat. Some of the glue that's stuck to in between them, that's not really a big deal. If it won't come off easily now, it's not going to come off easily later. So I got the back of it cleaned, I cleaned all the edges, and I cleaned the top and the little rounded spot here where it kind of curls around the corner. So this took about 15 minutes to do one tile, and this was one of the worst tiles that I could work on. It had the most amount of glue on the back. So what I did was I sorted through all the rest of the tiles and got the ones with the least amount of stuff to clean off the back. So I got 9 tiles here, so this will be enough to do the area that I want to do inside of the shower. The rest of them I can work on later. These 3 short ones are the ones that go on the top of the tile wall. So this is like the border. So those have quite a bit of thinset on them, and these have a lot of thinset and a lot of the paper from the sheetrock. So I'm going to concentrate on these 9 first. That way once they're clean I can put them on the inside of the shower and dress up the side that we're going to be looking at when we're taking a shower. So here's the tile update. I've got about 24 tiles in total that are in good shape that I can reuse for the inside of the shower. There are multiple tiles that had holes drilled through them to allow for the old shower controls to poke through the wall, and those I'm going to pull out and replace with full-size tiles so there's no holes in the wall anymore. So I cleaned up one of the worst ones that had the most gunk on it in the back. It took about 15 minutes. Then I said, let me sort through all these tiles and grab the easiest ones to do those first. So those took about 10 minutes each. I've got 3 of them done so far. So I got about an hour's worth of work to clean up the rest of the tiles I need for replacements for the ones I'm pulling out to dress that shower back up. What I wanted to do is just make the inside of the shower look normal without any obvious indication that there was an old shower valve and spigot in that same area. So it'll look as if those were never there. So that's the look I'm going for. And whatever tiles I have left over, I can retile the back wall that I tore apart to get to the shower valve. And any short tiles that I have, I can put those, match something up as close as I can, which will likely not be an exact match, but it'll be close. Like just a plain white tile. I can put those down near the floor where the garbage can is going to be, and that way that'll hide that obvious mismatch. So it'll be like kind of a camouflaged effort with the trash receptacle. So I got a plan, just gotta clean up some more tiles before I can glue them all in. I want to do them all in one shot. I'll have to use thin set to place them, let them dry for a day, and then I can apply the mortar, and then I'll have to dry a couple hours, and then we'll be good to go again on the shower. So I just wanted to clean that upstairs shower up, get it all fixed up and done. We're ready to close the ceiling up below it, which is the downstairs bathroom. So once that ceiling is in, then we can put the last wall together in that area as well. So it's kind of a one step backwards to take 2 steps forward kind of scenario. And we'll get that done, and we'll be, before you know it, we'll have that bathroom finished.